Hello everyone, my name is Joanna Zavara. Thank you so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here. What a beautiful day it is. I'm so happy to be sharing it with all of you my presentation, Maximum Security Prison Overcrowding. Context and importance of the problem. Sawyer Warner 2019 states that in the United States, over 2.3 million people are incarcerated annually. Majority of these, 76%, face a conviction without accessing fair trial. Moreover, the author also adds that the high cash bail of $10,000 presents a criminal hardship for prisoners since majority cannot afford such an amount to get bail. Due to such hindrances, incarceration rates in the United States have continued to lay a critical toll on U.S. citizens, prisoners, and the country's legal system, at least in the last 2 decades. For example, since 1980s, James notes that the rate of inmates has increased to over 205,000 as of 2015. Policy, scope, purpose, target population, and history. The addition to mass incarceration by United States criminal system has continued to become unsustainable in the country. Therefore, a need to devise alternatives to address the problem are paramount. Accordingly, U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder introduced the Smart on Crime. Eric aimed at reserving U.S. resources by focusing on fewer but significant crimes. The initiative also targeted incarcerated prisoners in the United States and provision of proportional sentences equally. By providing proportional sentences, the program targeted vulnerable communities that cannot afford the required release clauses, such as the $10,000 cash bail. Elements of the program. The transfer of cases to state courts element focuses on distributing cases throughout the state, hence increasing on resolution rate and also relieving the stressed federal courts. Under the second and the third element, the initiator of the program intended to offer a preventive strategy to future emergencies of crime through protecting Americans from involving in illegal activity. The fourth element of the program, omitting listing drug-related crimes, was to reduce of the scope of drug-related crimes and reducing on the rate of criminal offenses associated with drug possession. Pre-existing policy. The increasing rate of mass prison sentences in the 1970s results in the introduction of the tough on crime and policy in the United States. This included regulations such as the mandatory minimums, indeterminate sentencing, and 3 strikes. These laws mainly focus on addressing drug-related crimes. According to these laws, judges pass conviction without considering individual factor of criminals. The 3 strike laws, however, expanded the scope of crime that were subject to life and life without parole. Following such attempts, the number of prisoners in the United States maximum security facility increased significantly through overpopulation. This facility, as indicated in the graph above. Policy options. As the rate of incarceration in the United States increased, preventive initiatives to control and effectively manage the overcrowding became more vital. The United States legal system began drafting potential policies, including enhanced prison capacity, creating rehabilitative strategy, and partnering with private security facility. Although expanding prison capacity offers a more direct solution, it was not sustainable. Rehabilitative solutions offer a more reliable solution since it engaged citizens in better social activity through reducing on recidivism. Private security facilities were limited by their capacity and the cost involved. Therefore, rehabilitative approaches, according to James, offered a more sustainable and cost-effective system for government and taxpayer. Research. According to the Sentencing Project, the number of prisoners in the United States maximum security prisons has increased by 500% in the last 4 decades. Drug-related incarceration between 1980s and 2019 contributed to about half of the total incarceration, in which over 430,926 convictions are due to drug trafficking. Between 1984 and 2020, the Sentencing Project at that life convictions are estimated at 203,865 from the total incarcerations, and black men have more chances of being imprisoned than whites. Because of such a scenario, federal government expenditure to about $56.6 billion in the last 20 years. In the attempt to depopulate United States maximum security prison, the legal system enacted new legal statutes such as the Federal Reform and Corrections Act 2015. The law requires judges to reduce mandatory penalty for non-violent crimes. Also, federal law enforcers should reduce the amount of sentence for narcotics-related crimes. Accordingly, in 2015, 46 states introduced the opportunity policies to divert their attention from committing crimes. Amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, prisoners are exposed to higher health-related risks due to overpopulation. Therefore, federal and state prison systems are devising approaches such as co-pays and limited visits to reduce the risk of spreading the disease as a COVID-19. Conclusion. The United States incarcerates more prisoners than any other country, and by large percentage, the introduction tough on crime laws in the 1970s and 80s, and the incarcerating rate of drug-related crimes are some of the primary reasons for such occurrences. Consequently, in the last 4 decades, United States maximum security facilities have continued to face significant overcrowding tendency, hence creating various socioeconomic burden for the criminal justice system and the taxpayer. In the wake of such constrained, legal authority are undertaking diverse measures to address the challenge, especially in COVID-19 pandemic period. These include reduction in the number of arrests and releases of exemplary prisoners. Recommendation: by establishing risk assessment evaluation criteria, United States criminal justice system can sort crimes based on their violence level and seriousness. Accordingly, the system can differentiate it between crimes that deserve incarceration and those that have low risk rates. Secondly, the system can also conduct legal amendment by allocating more authority to the BOP to petition legal decision and make changes to criminal justice statutes. Through such a process, the BOP can offer less strict punishment to criminal offender with less serious concern. Rehabilitation program should also be adapted to engage convict in more educative activity, hence reducing their likelihood of committing crimes. It is recommendable, according to Baccarat 2018, for legal authority to apply technological systems to combat criminal behavior, especially for former convicts. Authorities can use electronic ankle bracelet to keep a timely monitor convicts whereabouts and hence keeping them within acceptable boundaries. Secondly, other techniques such as sensory devices and conducted energy equipment can assist law enforcer in remotely monitoring convicts on bail at all times and also deter them from participating in further criminal activity. Community supervision programs also offer a reliable solution by subjecting inmates to a strict regulation instead of incarcerating them. Here it is, some references. I hope you enjoy my presentation. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to text me or send me an email. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruggiero, for all your assistance during this semester.